Hey guys, welcome back to Broken Systems. Lauren. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go to work. Sorry, I'm gonna put my hair up for a second. But I thought I'd do this video real quick. So if most of you are just tuning in, my channel is about, you guessed it, privately run prisons and reforming our justice system. Here's where I'm going with this. So I told you guys in one of my videos yesterday or the day before that I had a plan, and what my plan would be to reform the justice system and the prison system if I had the amount of money to do it. I think I have like a way that I could solve the bullshit that comes along with it, as far as programs go. So I would think that if, let's just say hypothetically speaking, if you were to bring a person in that does yoga or some sort of Reiki stuff, like meditations type stuff, now hear me out. I know, but for a bunch of hardened criminals, they'd be like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. But like, listen, hear me out. Even if it was like once a week, if it was like a set day, let's just say they came in on a Tuesday. Okay, so every Tuesday you got yoga or Reiki or whatever. Could you imagine if a bunch of people that were locked up actually sat down and did yoga or did meditation and like zenned out for like, an hour? This is just me, personally think that it would cut back on a lot of things. I'm not saying everybody would do it or everybody would be interested in it, but it'd be willing to give it like a try and see how it would work out. I mean, like as far as like I look at it as like rehabilitation and like rehabs, like where they have like these, a person comes in and does yoga and like you do yoga. I mean, I've done it. It's a lot of fun. And it's a good way to like slow your mind down. Also, it would probably cut back on a lot of fights because people would be zenned out all the time, and they would learn they could learn a coping mechanism, like how to meditate or how to get out of their head and center themselves and ground themselves to be more like grounded. Okay. So you could probably easily find somebody to do that and not to pay them a shitload of money. If I was a Reiki master or a yoga instructor, I would do it for fucking free. To be honest with you, I would, but I'm not a yoga instructor. So, but also, I think bringing the dog programs into prisons is an awesome idea. I think they're on track with that. Where my man is at, they used to have a dog program until they got rid of it because there was too much contraband coming in through dog food. That was their reasoning behind it. Okay, so you take away a dog program and like the rate of, well, okay, I guess the rate of like violence after they implemented the dog program went down by like 40%. So why would you take something like that out of a penitentiary that actually brought your fighting and your rate down by like 40%? That to me seems like you would invest more in that. Like, oh shit, hey, maybe this is something that we should do. Like, I mean, this is helping people out. We're not having as many fights. Like, they have an outlet. They have something to do. Dog training is awesome because you can be your own boss. You could have got, you could get a certificate. Then you wouldn't have to be worried about being a felon because you could start your own business and not have to worry about being a felon. So boom, right there's a job. Boom, easy. Then you could do something like a point system where, now hear me out. And I want to ask you guys, people that have been locked up, what is the one thing in the penitentiary that means the most to you? Like that's like your biggest outlet that you can't live without? Is my question to you guys. Okay. Mine would be the phone. Because the phone is the only link that you have to the outside world. So you could have like a point system where you get so many points, you have to show up to your job or you have to show up to class every day and participate, and you get points at the end of the day. So then let's just ballpark a point system. Like if you get 500 points, there's an incentive. So if you reach 500 points, you get either a 2-hour visit with a family member or whoever, or phone time, because that right there, doing that kind of thing would give inmates a reason to get up and do something. Like, okay, hold up, like if I get up and do this and I get these points, that means I could get a 2-hour visit instead of an hour visit, or I could get more extra phone time instead of 15 fucking minutes to talk to my loved ones. It would give inmates an incentive to get up and do something instead of being like, well, I'm not doing anything today because we don't got nothing to do. But like, I know it's not supposed to be fun. That's not what I'm trying to add. I'm trying to add the fact that like, if you would put point systems or this kind of shit in place and see how it would go and see the outcome of it, because I almost guarantee you that if you were to put a point system in there that said, you know, hey, if you reach this many points, you get this, and this. And then you get deducted points if you don't show up or you don't participate. Like if you're like, man, I don't want to show up today. Well, then fine, you're getting 10 points taken. You know? I mean, that's just like a couple things I have in mind that I think they should do. But they're not going to do it. That's just the way I feel about it. Honestly. I just think that there's too much idle time. And they don't care enough about the inmates to do it, which is such bullshit, because, you know, I feel like the world and the prison system would be a better place if there were programs like that. And then have like, you know, have a legit drug program. Now, I'm not saying every prison does not have a good drug program, okay? Because like there are some that have great drug programs, and I can attest that they're all DOC run. They're not one privately owned prison have I heard has a good drug program, okay? Not one. They're all DOC. So, you know, if you add something to like make them want to do it and have something to look forward to, I guarantee you be. Now here, oh sorry, my bad. Here, hear me out. All the people that have been locked up that follow my channel, or even if you're just now seeing this, I really would love your opinions on this. I would really love, like, if you had to go back, or if you chose, what you think would be beneficial to help people in prison be able to get out and have a somewhat normal life. Like, what would you do? Like, what would your points be? Like, what would you want to add to it? Is really what I want to get at. Is I'm interested to see what you all have to say about it. Which is another reason. Like, I would be able to do. Like, I could even be like, you know, hey, y'all should write down on a piece of paper what you want to achieve out of being incarcerated. Like, what kind of programs would you want? What kind of stuff would you want to do? And have everybody put it in a box, or in a, like, you know, in like a little like hat or some shit, and like pull them out and see what they say. And let them somewhat have like a little bit of choice. Because even though you're locked up and you know you're doing time for consequences, and that's consequences of your actions, getting locked up, like a little give or take. Fuck.